Kinderlane.
Coming up tomorrow, the remaining 6 gold medal bouts, which will include 2 Americans, featherweight Rocky Juarez out of Houston, light welterweight Ricardo Williams Jr. from Cincinnati. Williams coming off the spectacular win yesterday over the Cuban Diogenes Luna. And later on, heavyweight Felix Savon going up against the Russian Sultan Ibragimov. Gold medal bouts tomorrow will be seen on NBC.
Kinderlane looking for a way to get through the cover of Kotelnik. And while he's waiting, he's using that jab, taking advantage of being the taller man, Kinderlane. Kinderlane very conscious of where he is in the ring. He wants the center of that ring. He wants to stay away from those ropes where the slower Kotelnik could trap him.
And the Cubans have been very successful at doing their work at the center of the ring. Another point picked up by Kinderlane and a 5-2 lead.
Right now, Kinderlane is taking what's given to him, using that counter right hook, which can be the most effective, dangerous punch for a southpaw.
And the corner of Kotelnik has been cautioned. A little too much chatter coming from that area.
You notice Kinderlane drops his hands every once in a while, but he does it from a safe distance.
And Kotelnik able to take advantage. A rare scoring point for Kotelnik.
Kotelnik knows what his limitations are. He's not as fast as the man in front of him. So what he's trying to do is time Kinderlane. He's trying to get himself into position where he doesn't leave himself open. And he's looking for opportunities. Kotelnik to throw the punches at the right time. Timing is everything for the slower man, Kotelnik.
Excellent round for Mario Kinderlane of Cuba, extending to a 9-3 lead against his opponent from Ukraine, Andrei Kotelnik, one of 2 boxers from Ukraine to make it to the finals. And there's Mario Kinderlane, one of the favorites in this lightweight class coming into the Olympics.
There's the faster hands and the combinations of Kinderlane. And then getting out before Kotelnik could get set. Again, Kinderlane getting his punches off, scoring, getting out, and looking for counter opportunities.
Kinderlane, one of the veterans on the Cuban team at 29 years old. In fact, you look at his resume back in 1989, he fought Felix Trinidad. And Trinidad was an amateur. And Kinderlane broke his arm during the bout, but hung in, continued anyway, and lost the fight.
That is what you would call the temperament of a fighter.
9-3 lead for Mario Kinderlane of Cuba in the red. And in the blue, Andrei Kotelnik of Ukraine.
You mentioned Kinderlane being one of the veterans, 29 years old. Kotelnik only 22 years old. There were a lot of older members on the Cuban team. It's no mystery. Communist country, they do not turn pro. They recycle their guys. They stay amateur. They're professional amateurs. A lot of the other countries will always be younger, Mark. Always, especially the Americans. Because once they go to one Olympics, they go pro. They do not hang around for a second, third Olympics like some of the Cubans do.
And Felix Savon, 33 or allegedly 33. We've seen varying ages. Suddenly he has become 29, according to the Cubans, because they'd like to see him still eligible for the Olympics in 2004. Kinderlane feeling very confident, able to get his shots in, has that 13-4 lead. Time running out on Andrei Kotelnik.
Kinderlane feeling very confident. That's why he was dropping his hands. He knows he's at a safe distance. He's not leading. He doesn't have to lead with his punches too much because he's ahead in the fight. And when you're not leading, when you're not coming forward, you can keep your hands down sometimes. When you're coming forward, they must be up. When you're laying back, you can drop them a little bit, look to counter. let your opponent take the risk. In other words, control the range, control the distance. And that's exactly what Kinderlane did.
So Cuba has won a second gold medal. Mario Kinderlane taking the gold in the lightweight division. Came on strong in rounds 3 and 4. Andrei Kotelnik of Ukraine. A second gold medal for a Cuban boxer. They have 4 in the finals. So Mario Kinderlane joining Guillermo Rigondeaux. 3 more gold medal bouts to come, and just ahead the bantamweight gold medal ceremony, which involves American Clarence Vincent. We'll be back in a moment.